Hi everyone. In this lecture we will start discussion about interconnection of discrete time systems. So basically smaller discrete time systems may be interconnected to form larger systems. So two possible basic way of interconnection are cascade connection and parallel connection. Fine. So in this lecture we will talk about parallel connection of a discrete time systems. Clear? So basically assume two LTI systems, two LTI systems, each with its own impulse response denoted as h1 of n and h2 of n, right, are connected parallelly or are interconnected in parallel. Okay, so basically if the input is what here x of n, then output here is what y1 of n, and for this it will be y2 of n, right? And this is the adder, so the sum, let's say it is y of n. Clear? So basically two parallel connected discrete time systems with impulse responses h1 of n and h2 of n, right, can be replaced by a single equivalent discrete time system whose impulse response is given by sum of individual impulse responses like h1 of n plus h2 of n, right? So the input will be what x1 of n and the output will be what, basically you can say input is what x of n, output will be what y of n. Hope it is clear to you. So this is what parallel connected discrete time systems, and this is what their equivalent system. Fine. Now let's go further. So we have already seen what is the output of first system. It is given by y1 of n. So output of the first system is nothing but it is y1 of n, which is nothing but equal to what, convolution of x1 of n, x of n and h1 of n. h1 of n. Clear? Now let's talk about the output of second system. So it will be what, y2 of n, which is again nothing but convolution of x of n and h2 of n. Clear? Now let's talk about the overall output of the system, which is basically y of n, which is basically nothing but equal to y1 of n plus y2 of n. So we already know what is y1 of n. y1 of n is convolution of x of n and h1 of n, plus what is y2 of n, convolution of x of n and h2 of n. Is it clear? Okay, now let's go further. So basically what you can do, how you can write this and these things. So it will be what, summation of x of m into h1 of n minus m, where the limit of m starts from minus infinity to plus infinity, plus how to write this second one. So summation of x of m into h2 of n minus m, where the limit of m ranges from minus infinity to plus infinity. Clear? So from here what we can do, so summation of x of m, and what is there inside, this and this part, right? So h1 of n minus m plus h2 of n minus m. Clear? And what is the summation limit? M is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity. Hope it is clear to you. So this is equal to what now? So basically this is equal to summation of m is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of m, and what I am going to do, I am going to replace this particular thing with h of n minus m. I am going to replace this with h of n minus m. Now what it becomes, boss? See this expression, it is equal to what, convolution of x of n and h of n, right? So where this h of n is nothing but equal to h1 of n plus h2 of n, right? That is why h of n minus m is equal to this. So hope it is clear to you. So from here, what is the conclusion? The conclusion is, when two systems are linked in parallel, their combined impulse response is equal or equivalent to the sum of their individual impulse responses. Or you can say, from this equation we can say that the overall impulse response of the two parallel connected discrete time systems is given by the sum of individual impulse responses. So hope the parallel connection is clear to you. Fine. So in the next lecture we will talk about the cascade connection of a discrete time systems. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Thanks for watching.